Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Edge Large Indoor-Outdoor Wall Sconce. This is the 30-25-63. This is the larger of the two sizes. Check out the smaller one too. It's called a medium, but it's the smaller one, and it is nice too. Watch the video on that if you get a chance. This one's coming in almost 32 inches tall, so 31.9 inches overall height. The width on it is coming in at 4.5. Projection, that's the distance from the wall coming out, is only 4 inches. That's going to allow this to be ADA compliant. That's Americans with Disabilities Act. This is a sconce, can only come out from the wall 4 inches or less, so you can get by it quite easily. So if you're an interior designer, or maybe you're an architect and you're doing a resort, maybe a restaurant, something like that, could be a doctor's office, this is a great sconce for you because it does cover that ADA base. It's also great for homeowners if you guys want to use this in hallways or stairways. And remember, it's an indoor-outdoor fixture, so you can use it all over the place. So let's get into the size of the back of this. Mounting height, distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your junction box. This is what you guys have on your wall, is 18.3 inches. And the back plate on this is coming in at 4.5 by 6.1. Covers this is again what you guys have. Covers this beautifully, and this is a 4-inch J box. I want to show you more information about that, how we're going to do it. We're going to take a quick look at the installations instructions right now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations, instructions, PDF. Open that out for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, how it goes on, but it's also going to show you some good technical drawings of the back of this fixture so you can kind of see it from all distances around, okay? It's going to be using beautiful piece of seated glass. That's clear glass that has little tiny air bubbles in it, kind of like champagne bubbles, you know, going in champagne, air bubbles. So basically the light from the LED is going to go into that piece of glass, hit those little air bubbles, and they're also called a diffuser. It's going to diffuse that light all over the place, but it's also going to put a lot of light on the wall itself, and then that light is also going to go down too. So this is, again, a great opportunity to use this in places where your people are walking, so you get a lot of light, like a stairway or a corridor or something like that. Okay, let's talk about something else. 6.7 pounds. It's not very heavy. It's made out of aluminum and glass, so that's good too. And it's going to be using 18 watts of electricity. It uses regular line voltage. There's a driver and a transformer built into the housing on this. It's going to take that and transform that down into 18 watts, so it's very user-friendly that way. Using 3000 Kelvin light, we talk about that all the time. That's that nice light that we talk about in our videos where I talk about the differences in the color temperature of the Kelvin temperature of light. And the midway point is that 3000 Kelvin that we like to use in our showroom. That's the light that's coming down on my hands right now from these LEDs above, and that's 3000 Kelvin. That's what this fixture is going to be using, so it's going to be really pretty. And then it's going to be producing a ton of light. You've got 500 lumens coming out of this thing, so it's quite a bit. So this is great for applications where you really want to get a lot of light kind of reflecting off your building, but it's also going to be great for, like I said, interior applications. And a really cool part about it is it's dimmable. So let's say you wanted to flank a fireplace with this, or you want to use it on a covered porch, or even not a covered porch. You can remember, it's an indoor-outdoor fixture, so you can put this on a deck or on a pool. You can also put it on a dimmer, so you can dim it down and get it to look just like candlelight. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself, they're going to wire it up at the top, they're going to put a wire at the bottom, they're going to send a current of electricity that's going to go through this fixture, making it positive, and they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it, and because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world at Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.